talk and the benefits of soursop. It is an amazing, delicious fruit. If you are a fruit person, it is so delicious. If you want to, and you can buy the fruit also. If you go to some of the more tropical food markets, they'll have them. They may even have it in the frozen out, perhaps, but they'll have them in like a package in the refrigeration aisle. Um, if you can get the fruit fresh, it's amazing. Now in Jamaica, when I went to Jamaica several years ago, and I want, listen, I kind of went there for that too, and I'm so glad God made a way. They had soursop juice. Ooh, ikanda koshatai. Isanda komata. Let me tell you something, okay? And I went there for an actual marriage, a wedding, and in the resort, I asked, and they gave me one of the fresh, complete whole soursop. And it was amazing. They told me what to do, and they told me to, because it was kind of still ripish. They said, put it in a paper bag in a warm area and kind of wait a few days or so, and then eat it. I seen it online. That's how I want to say I first heard about it, and a lot on, I think, TikTok. And listen, the way it looks, it kind of looks, if you see the fruit in person or online or something, like if you wanted to check it out on YouTube. And there is I've never used this company, but there are some tropical food websites that you can get certain tropical foods shipped to you. iHeart, I think, is one or something to that degree. And you order it online. They have soursop along with other tropical fruits that you would normally get overseas, like in the islands. But it's from Florida, because Florida is basically an island. So I guess it grows there. And so you could also try it that way. But I've seen them in stores in the package also. I recommend really getting it fresh. If you're going to buy it like a fruit, you want to get it from the best. The best way, I'll be honest with you, if obviously if you're in Florida or where it's tropical or you're in the islands. Oh, down the kashite. It is so mandakiai shita. I'm telling you now. And it looks like you need a knife to open it, but you can open it with your fingertips. It's not even hard to open. It's delicious for the family and the children. You can make smoothies out of it, yogurt, all types of wonderful recipes. The taste is it tastes so sweet. Like I said, I think my number one fruit is muscadine. Number two is between the soursop and the mango. I'm not even sure. I want to say soursop. I think soursop's number two. Muscadine number one, soursop number two, mango number three. That's the order. And then number four, if it's perfect the way I love it, the plums, that's red inside. That's dark on the outside and red inside. Just to start off, but that's so far, because remember, there's still so many. I think there's like over 4,000 different fruits around the world. So there's still so many to have. Cherries are wonderful. I love cherries too, but it ain't got nothing to do with this here. These are like my favorite. These are the kind of fruit that I would love to have in my house at all times and eat it all a lot. But muscadines, that's the only fruit that I can have in my refrigerator. The whole refrigerator can be full of them, and I would eat them and be happy. See, so that's how I feel about them. Unda de shatai. So soursop. Now, I need to check the. I think I've done that before, but the benefits of muscadines, I'm pretty sure they're amazing. The fact that my body loves it and it accepts it easy lets me know whatever is in it, my body wants it and it loves it and it's good for it. Okay. Um. Okay. So soursop, you can also consume it as an herb, as a warm tea. It is delicious. It's a wonderful coffee substitute. It doesn't taste like coffee, but it's a wonderful coffee substitute if you want to stay away from caffeine altogether. Also, Dates coffee is a wonderful substitute. It tastes just like coffee. It's just not as strong, but it tastes like coffee. You add your cream and your sugar, and it's zero caffeine, and it's a prebiotic and other benefits, right? So that's from the dates family. Okay. And dates, I do love dates. Dates is really, it's a delicious snack. And you can make candy bars and all types of things. But just dates are wonderful. It's very tasty, very, very sweet, and it's healthy. I want to say it's a fruit also. Okay, so think of Fig Newton, but way better, in my opinion. So I've learned a lot of these different things, really, a lot of times online too. So soursop. So, oh my goodness. So that was the first time I've been wanting to try. So I'm grateful the Lord allowed me to remember. However, He worked it out, and they gave me a whole one at the resort. And when I opened and ate it on the bashitai, so it was so delicious, and I couldn't take one with me because you can't take it overseas to America, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? So I'm grateful for the opportunity, but you could buy them in America in through those tropical food online markets, and they do have them in certain grocery stores packaged, but it's not a whole fruit. It's just like they take it out and they process it a little bit. So just think of it like that. But it tastes good. It still tastes, but it's nothing nothing like when you buy it. Nothing like when you get it fresh, just so you know. Nothing like it, especially if it's fresh from like the islands, or fresh from the tree if it's in Florida and they grow it however way they do it. Off the tree is where it's at. That's what I'm like telling you. And so you can consume soursop through a powder. You can, I want to say, pill form, liquid form, tea bag form, loose leaf form, and make a tea out of it. Okay, so you can get these things online. I have the powder. The powder, obviously, you can add to smoothies and stuff like that. I put it in things that I've cooked or made or ate. You can't really taste it that way. I put it in my coffee sometimes. I'll put it in a coffee maker, add a couple of the powder one, right? So you don't taste it, but it's there. If you're going to drink it to kind of get you away from coffee and just a substitute when it was a time, I was told, to kind of wasn't best for me to drink coffee. I did a soursop tea and add cream and sugar, and it was so delicious. And I used to offer it at Covenant Creation Salon, where I used to own. I no longer own it. So, but I used to provide that for my clients or clients, anyone who wanted some that was there. I used to offer that, and they loved it. And let me tell you, if you're going to have it now, listen, you don't have to add the creamer, but the creamer is good. I would say whatever creamer, I would say like a plain regular creamer, no flavor. And then some honey. You gotta have the honey, baby. You gotta have the honey. So that is a delicious taste. I had a wonderful. Now, there are so many benefits to soursop, the fruit and the leaves as the herb. Amazing. I'm talking about so many. But we're going to talk about, because concerning marriage, it is a wonderful tea to have, warm tea. You and your husband, he comes home from work or whatever. You guys are watching a movie, and you're going to end in the bedroom. Have a cup of soursop tea. Okay, it helps with blood circulation. It's going to help the intimacy to last longer, perhaps, right? These are benefits, but consult your physician, all these other things, disclaimer, da 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 da. Results may vary, whatever. Okay, it's natural. God said consume all herbs, so this is another herb. Okay, so I want to say it may. Everything's going to start with may. Okay, but I'm just going to go ahead and give you the list of what I discovered online. Okay, so it may be amazing and help increase a woman's libido, lubrication, a man's erection, long-lasting energy, relaxation, calming. There's no stress. Help reduce stress. Helps also regulate blood sugars. Just to balance that out. Just to throw that out there. It helps with more arousal. A woman's more sensitivity in a good way. Help with reducing, I want to say, pain with a woman during that time. Help with the bonding, with the romance and the marriage, because it's not just about the intercourse, but the bonding and the connection. And so it does all these amazing things. I think it's wonderful to have a cup in the morning. I think it's wonderful to have maybe a cup in the evening. You guys sit and talk and have your tea. That's also bonding time, connecting time. And it's wonderful. It helps with also so many more things. I don't have the list right here in front of me. But this is some of the things just off the top of my head. And so also helps you to, feel more confident, knowing that you're doing something healthy for your body and knowing that, hey, this is going to actually make it even better, you know. Uh, so it is amazing. It's amazing to consume it. And it's delicious. And the other thing is very delicious. I think it's one of my favorite teas, and it tastes very delicious. Um, Let me take a look. So helps improve sleep and make you feel more happy. It helps boost your mood, be in a good mood. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say you and your wife, you're coming home, you know, that you put the kids to bed, like some people might go smoke a joint, you know. So that's an herb, it's marijuana. There's benefits to those too. Um, some people might drink some wine, right? But what you can consume and drink some soursop tea. And so, and the more raw form, in a sense of more real it is, in a sense of the herb, the better. It's not, it's made, grown properly, and it's real, strong, and the way it's supposed to be originally. The closer you get to the way that God originally designed something, the better. But it helps with the mood too. So if you had a long day or whatever, it's going to help relax you, put you in a good mood. You see what I'm saying? So both of y'all in a good mood, and your body's all ready. It already was ready, but now it's even more ready. And so soursop, keep by it. I think it's good. I have a herbal book. It breaks down so much. You can make your own capsules and everything. You can, you could, it'll show you even if you was out in nature. And I want to do that. I think years ago, I think it was my son's field trip in school, elementary school, and they had us going up the mountain or the hills or whatever we were at, and showing us, kind of putting out the different leaves and what those leaves were. This was this and this was this, because some of it looks so much alike, but it's not the same. And these are herbs. A lot of these are herbs. These plants are herbs. You see what I'm saying? And what I love about this book that I have, and I was reading a little bit this morning outside, just getting some fresh air, eating breakfast. Um, it'll show you what the actual flower look like, or leaves look like. Also, you can make oils out of them. So that's where you got hair oils coming from lavender. Lavender. You can make incense out of these things and inhaling these things. Like just think you smoking weed. Not that we do. I don't smoke weed, but I'm just saying. So incense, making incense are made out of herbs. Essential oils made out of herbs. These are coming from what? What is it coming from? A plant. Marijuana is a what? Plant. Doctors are prescribing it now. And I think it'd be wonderful. When you think about the Bible, we're going to talk Bible now. And God said in the beginning, Genesis, consume all herbs. There were no hospitals. The body, number one, is designed to heal itself. The body's designed to heal its own self. It is an amazing, powerful machine. If you look at it as that way, it's powerful. You got your lens, your camera, your eyes, your brain, your computer. It is powerful. I mean, it's like I think our body is made up of trillions of cells. You got it's a powerful, powerful model that God created. If you cut yourself, you don't even need stitches unless it's real, real big. And then you can go online. They got these bandages now that creates it to close the wound up real good. where you won't need stitches, because all it needs to do is get close enough to each other, and then it create its own stitches called a scab, and then the scab wears off. Now you're good to go. It's like your own natural band-aid. These herbs and things, Now, listen, the Bible, God did the first surgery, right? He opened up the womb, Adam's flesh, and took out a rib and gave him a wife and closed up the womb, first surgery. So I'm not saying surgery is bad or things, doctors are good, there's nothing wrong with that. I think one of the disciples was an actual physician. So doctors are good. Nothing wrong with that. But I want to say biblical days and a lot of times and places, even today perhaps, they would have maybe a doctor, someone in the family or someone in the village that they took on things, but people use herbs and things to heal wounds and different things to solve problems. But herbs is powerful. It's medicine. Even fruits and vegetables and things that you eat, it's also vitamins. By the way, soursop it is vitamin C. It has so many benefits to it. It's like a super vitamin. It's like a vitamin. It's good for your heart. It's good for your immune system. It's good for so many. Soursop. Let me tell you something. And I learned this from a natural doctor. I think they call him naturopathic doctor. Moringa. She taught me a lot about that. Soursop, I think, too. But I'm going to just say this. Just two herbs that is super powerful. Super, 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 super powerful. And I think moringa is really more of a medicine than soursop, though. We're going to talk about the herb, not the fruit of it. Let me tell you something. Soursop and moringa are two amazing herbs that ain't super, super strong now. It ain't like some other ones that's like, you really need to go, get educated on a high level about them, because some herbs are serious. They're very strong because it's medicine. You see what I'm saying? It just think of, you go to Tylenol or ibuprofen, that's over the counter. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody wants some other stuff, the doctors recommended some other stuff, it has to be prescribed by a doctor. That's certain herbs. That's when you would go to the herbalist type thing. You see what I'm saying? You need, or you could become a herbalist. You can become one, and it's beautiful. And that's something, I have this book and I can learn and study and do my own thing. You could do that. But see, I've already gotten a lot of experience with herbs anyway. I've gotten a lot of experience. I've learned from her. I learned from, in these classes. You can take these things. You can keep growing into it. There's online. I'm pretty sure there's online classes and stuff like that too. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of stuff you can learn online and do your own research and stuff like that, and da-da-da-da-da. And then, even at naturopathic doctor, she be holding all types of classes sometimes and things like that too. She got a Facebook page and, all these things. Right. But to keep it just, if I would recommend any herbs to anybody, it would be moringa and soursop. Like, keep that in your house. Have that in your house. Whether you're married or single, it's too many benefits to not give your body. It covers so much. It covers a lot. And also fruits and vegetables also have nutrients in it. By the way, meat too. Beef has a lot of stuff, because remember, what do cows eat? Plants. See what I'm saying? And so meat also have iron, a whole bunch of nutrients in it also. So a healthy, well-balanced diet. The only things that don't really have nutrients in it is like your processed foods. If you make your own homemade bread, you know what you're putting in it. And even those have benefits in it. Grains have benefits. You see what I'm saying? So in a marriage, it's good to keep your bodies healthy. It's good for your intimacy. It's good for your confidence. Okay? Exercising is wonderful. By the way, making love is a great workout. And soursop helps improve and increase your energy level. So just know you can burn a lot of calories. There was something I saw. I think I put it in my Amazon card. I think it was my Amazon card. But you can also chat GPT. How many calories can you burn if you were intimate and making love for 30 minutes? And the different positions would determine that, obviously. If you're the one doing the most work, obviously you burn it. So by the way, and then there's certain things so just so you know, making love is good for your heart, is good for your mood, is good for your mind, is good for your overall health. Making love. Now I'm not talking about having sex. I'm not talking about having multiple people know, because that's stressful. Actually, that's not good for your health. Adultery is not good for your health. It's not good for the adulterer, and it's not good for her victim. It's not good for the adulterer, and it's not good for his victim. It's not good. It's stressful, diseases, issues, problems. It leads to what? The grave. But intercourse, making love in the context of a God ordained marriage between a man and a woman, leads to vitality, life, blessings, children, longevity, I want to say also. All kind of wonderful benefits. You'll be in a good mood. You'll be happy. You'll perform better in your work and the things you need to do for God. It's important. It's amazing for your body. And soursop is something considered to have in your home. and you can drink it cold, iced soursop. You can, but always listen. One thing about when you buy it, one thing about buying herbs, tea form in a box that having in directions and ingredients is great. Follow the manufacturer's instructions. So it'll tell you how many cups you should have a day, or how much is too much, and how to properly make it, right? And so those, that's what I'm saying. Those, if you're gonna buy tea, it's good to buy it in that way. It's good to buy it in that way because it'll give you the proper instructions, and you follow the instructions. And then you can also do a little bit more research also, because just know it's a tea, but it's also like it can be used as medicine, and it can just be used, and it can be used as a vitamin. Moringa is a vitamin. It is powerful. Soursop is a vitamin. It is powerful, amazing. Okay, and it's natural, and it's a beverage, and it's like low calorie also, if there's any calories. So that's the other thing. Highly recommend. You can add your honey. Make it pretty. Go get you some beautiful his and her mugs. You can make a cup for him, and he can take it with him to work in a nice mug. For your husband, and you bring his lunch, breakfast, and you have him a nice warm tea if he likes it warm, if he likes it ice cold, and have it. I'll tell you, have a nice honey. If if you're gonna have it where he's gonna make it at work, okay, because he wants to have it maybe later on in the day, maybe before he goes home. Then you would put the tea bag in there and have a little package. You can go order it online, go on Amazon or something, and you can order little small packets of honey. Some stores, there's a store in Boston, they sell a lot of things in bulk for like restaurants and things like that. You can go in there. You don't have to have a restaurant. You can go it's good for if you're doing big cookouts, all type of stuff. They got big things, and they may have little packet things. Okay, you can go ahead and get him buy a bunch of the honeys, lemon, cut up a lemon if you like lemon or lime to go with his tea. If you like creamer to go with his tea, you can buy a little small little tiny little cup of the little creamers that you would get from McDonald's or some places like that, and put that in his lunch. You see what I'm saying? And then towards the end of the day, it's so wonderful. It's almost like it'll give you energy if you want energy. Your body, it's like the brain it's a computer. It knows what it wants. It knows what you want. So if you want to relax and rest, then it'll make you rest and relax even better. If you want it for energy purposes, it'll give you the energy. Your brain knows. Your body's all connected, knows what it wants. Your brain is like, you're saying, oh, I got to go do this, I got to do that. The energy is, your brain is saying, okay, we got to give her more energy. Give him more energy. Soursop's here. It wants energy. Okay, let's make energy. I'm assuming that's how it works, but I'm just saying. And so that's how it knows. The body's intelligent like that. Just like the body knows with the baby, nursing a baby, right? The saliva will tell the breast, the brain to produce milk for that baby in that moment according to what the body needs for that baby. The baby did not communicate, but the saliva did. God is incredible. And so there you go. And so you can make that form for work and have that go along with him. By the time he comes home or what have you, you done had your cup. And then you guys are going to have a wonderful, wonderful evening in the intercourse and feel even better and perform even better because you're going to have that bonding, that love that already started when he went off to work. He got his lunch put together by you and all this other stuff. You kiss each other. I love you. Have a wonderful day at work, and you're in a good mood. He's gonna come home. If work wasn't super, super happy, happy environment, he's gonna be in his own super, super happy environment because he got that soursop tea. I guess they need to. I need to be selling soursop tea, huh? And so, but it's so delicious. By the way, I'm telling you, and it's so delicious. And then hibiscus is a wonderful tea too. You can buy a lot of these teas, and hibiscus is red, but it's a totally different taste. But I actually really love that taste as well. It's completely different. Moringa taste, as far as moringa tea, is not the most tasty. It's just I look at that more of a medicine. Look at soursop more as a super vitamin slash medicine, but not medicine. But moringa doesn't have the greatest taste, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's not disgusting, but soursop tastes actually very delicious. But just think of it, it's from a very sweet fruit. It's from a very sweet fruit. Hibiscus is red. It's gonna look like you're drinking Kool-Aid, and it's a very strong. I can't describe it. It's not bitter. It tastes good, but it tastes. You just like it. I don't know. It's just like I love it. It's just I love it. It's just a different taste though. It's very strong. It's not in the sweet flavor, but it's in the strong type flavor. You know, maybe someone who might like wine, might really like hibiscus, and it's wonderful. It's heart healthy. It's wonderful for. I'm not sure about the whole sexual part of it, but perhaps it probably does. Probably all the herbs really have some type of benefits for that. A lot of fruits also. A lot of fruits and vegetables also. And so yeah. So soursop is amazing. Let me look at some more notes. Hold on. Also soursop increases and helps with infertility. It helps make it a woman to get pregnant easier, I want to say. May. Remember we put May before all this stuff, right? But yeah. So it also helps with that. Soursop is your marriage tea. Someone should create one and call it marriage tea. God's Online Church have to give out marriage tea. So God's Online Church want to get grant money. So we can give packages away to help with marriages and things that God will give us to do. You know, and including we want a program. We want to be able to help with people that may be in need, also, because stress could potentially play a role in a marriage and intimacy. And so soursop is great. You got bills, you need to pay rent, and so that's not what you want. And so God's Online Church would love to be in a position. Government, help us out. How can we get us some money to help people? And so if people need help with rent, we want to be able to help them. You know what I'm saying? If people need help with utilities for their home, we want to be able to help them. So there's no fertility issues. There's no problems with intimacy and them having children. And then if they have children, they still need a place to live. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes things happen inside of people's control. And so we would love to be in a position. I would love to be in a position at God's Online Church to be able to meet needs like that. And so that's, you know, and this is for people that working hard. They go to work. They are they are in school. They have a nonprofit organization, or perhaps they're getting income, but is income that is, is SSI and things like that. But then things happen, things come up, and then they have to now pay for something else, but they on a fixed income. And so they now how do they now have money to take care of this now? Things do come up, things can come up. And sometimes it can be out of people's control. And so God's Online Church would love to be in a position to be like, here you go, here you go. Here you apply for this, boom, 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 boom. Okay. And so that would be a blessing. And so at least, and not making it stressful and not taking long. American citizen, no, he wants to take care of the American citizens. Let's take care of the American citizens. Or citizenship here, we have supposed to have benefits of that. And so not making it hard and long and drawn out and all these things that I've personally experienced in the past. It was really hard. And in some things, they still told me no when I was eligible for it. There was no reason to tell me no at all. So, and in some things, I'm still waiting on. That I believe I may be eligible for. I'm not quite sure exactly, but it seemed like based upon when I fill out the forms, and they moved it on to the next. I'm like, I applied for something I think way back in January. They said it could take up to 6 months, which I thought was really long to take. Like, But then we now in September, and I still haven't. It's still in process, and so. And so things like that, even if it's something like paying someone's phone bill, uh, people need phones. Because if they're looking for a job, if they waiting to hear back from a job or just anything, they need to be able to have a phone. And so we want to be in that position to do that, you know. And so we want to do that. And so hopefully, God's willing and God's timing, maybe that's something God's Online Church, God will allow us to. If I already have the donations or the money already of my own, if I had a whole lot of money, I wouldn't even need the government's assistance to help people in need. I would be able to, you know, do things now with my own money. There's only, but if you're a multi-billionaire, trillionaire, billionaire, there's nothing wrong with sharing. I'm not saying go to $0, but that's a lot of money. If you help, you can calculate it. You can say, hey, listen, and you can still get people to donate too. Like you go to the grocery store, they say, would you like to donate $1 to such and such? $1 makes a difference. If 100,000 people gave $1, that's $100,000. It's $1 per person. It's just this really to help this world on a lot of levels financially. The Bible says money answer all things. I believe there's a scripture that say that. Guess what? If everybody gave $1, you got $1, you got $1, you got $1, you got $1. Everybody gave $1. Just $1 can go a long way if everybody gave $1. Instead of one person giving a whole lot, one person give $1. You get 100,000 people to give $1, you got $100,000. If you get 100,000 people to give $1 every month, you see what I'm saying? And then if you get a person, and then if you have a church, and like myself, and if somebody rent is $250, $350, $500 a month, that they just need help with that. Let's just say they rent a certain amount. They got 1,000 of it, but they need help with the other 500. They don't have it. They don't have it. They got all. Who knows what happened? They need another job. It's like they need help for the next couple of months. They show proof that they know, boom, 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 boom. They gonna work. Once they get they just all this debt, all whatever's was going on. They're gonna be in this position by By the end of the year, okay, $500 a month towards this person for the next 6 months or the next for a year to help them until they get to this or whatever. Or maybe they just need it for 2 months. They just need 2 months rent paid. They need help with just 2 months, and that's it. They'll be caught up. This. We're talking about American citizens here. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm saying, if we are Americans, the American citizens should be taken care of. God bless you.